So I'm back on the old track again with the crackers, but I want something different. And so I used the same recipe that I always use for my crackers, and I put sesame seeds in. I had no chia seeds. I put sesame seeds in, and I have made the dough. Gluten-free flour, sesame seeds, and I'll post the recipe at the end of this because I want to show you what I did. So I'm getting bored with the same old thing, just like crackers and blah, 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 right? So I've been buying bok choy. And bok choy tastes absolutely amazing, just fresh, just like that, with nothing on it except oil and maybe a little salt and pepper. So I thought, you know what would be really good is salsa, cottage cheese, and some chopped up bok choy and onions and things like that. So I thought, but I need a little cup to put it in. I can't just have a flat cracker. So I thought, if I make too big a cup, I'm going to eat it all. It would be a lot, right? So I thought I'm going to try something. So I rolled my dough out, and I cut circles with one of my mason jar lids, which I think might be too small, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I used a small little tin, and I cut some parchment paper, little tiny pieces of parchment paper. And I'll show you what I did with that. But this is the little cups, and just enough to put like a dollop of the salsa and all that mixed together inside. You could even make a hummus and put it inside, just a little dollop of it. But look aren't they the cutest little things? And they kind of have ridges on them. So, and they're crackers. They have that cracking taste or sound, and they also taste good. So they're really good. Anyway, I made a few of them. Of course, I had to taste test, but they're like little scoops, like the scoops that you buy at the dollar store to put your salsa and stuff in when you're watching a movie or whatever. Well, that's what this is. Only I have to do something to, feed those cravings that I get in the evenings without going against the OMAD, the 1 meal a day that I'm doing, and I'm trying to eat non-gluten for a little while. I can't do it all the time because I'm low income. You eat what you got, right? So, but I am doing the gluten-free crackers. So what I did is I rolled it out as thin as I could without it literally falling apart. And it's almost like a pie dough. That's what it feels like. I haven't made a pie for years. Okay. I'll try to point it down at this. And all you do is you just press it into the dough. I better put my glasses on. So I've got 6. I have my oven preheated. Now there's a trick to these. I'm going to show you. Okay, so then you take your tiny little piece of parchment paper, and that's it. I just cut it like that. You take your muffin tin, and you take your rounds. Wish I had something just a little bit sharper. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so you take your little circle, and you take this, and you put this as square as you can on the piece of parchment paper. And that's it. Just like that, right? See that? We'll try to get it on even. I don't have it on even this way. Okay. So you put it on the parchment paper even like that. Then you take your muffin tin and you just set it down on top of the muffin tin. It's hard to do this and show you at the same time. And you just set it down and you kind of make ridges. And that's it. It's all you do. Just like you were making, if you were making butter tarts, the same thing. But it works so good, and I can't wait. I don't have any salsa right now, but I am going to have tomorrow. I'm going to go over and get some salsa. And I've got my oven has been preheated. So my oven is preheated. Okay, so you take this, your dough, you take the tiny square and you put it as even as you can, like that. I don't know why I can't show you. There. And then you take it, put it on top and just press it down. And actually tomorrow when I do go to the store and I get the salsa, then I will show you what it looks like after it's all done up. So you put your salsa, your cottage cheese, your bok choy, whatever you want to put, onions, hummus, whatever. And then you can put a little dollop of sour cream on the top. Yeah, so it's going to taste really good, and it's going to be a good little snack. It's going to look kind of pretty. It'll look pretty. Yeah, so just because I eat one meal a day doesn't mean that I have to ground bag it. I can do fun things. So you put it on, and then you put it in here. And what happens, so I guess I can look at you. So what will happen when you cook it is that these little parchment papers you could literally pick it up. And so when they come out like this. And they have a definite little scoop. It's almost like a little scoop to put your stuff on. So these are going in the oven. I do have another tin, and I am going to utilize that. I'm going to put this one in first and then start working on the second. So I'll be back shortly. If you don't want to use gluten-free flour, you can use like white flour, brown flour, whole wheat flour, coconut flour, whatever. It's the same recipe for everything. But I've got some in the oven, the smaller ones. So they're cooking really nice, and then when they're done, you just pull them up by the parchment paper, and it's easy. So those ones are almost done. If you want them to be really crispy, you could take some virgin olive oil and take one of those little brushes, basting brushes, and baste the top of them with virgin olive oil, and then they're really crispy. Yeah. But the ones that I made, they're fairly crispy. I mean, you can hear it, right? So. So let's try this. A little bit of flour on it, and then let's see. Oh, look how big that is. Okay, we'll see. Put a little bit of parchment paper on the bottom, and then we just push it in here like this. Oh yeah, it'll make it bigger. I don't know if I want them bigger though. See? It almost fills the whole cup. I kind of like the small ones. Yeah. I think this might be too big. So I'm going to continue with the smaller ones. Yeah. So I do have to cut some more parchment paper. And have to take them out. So I don't want them too brown. So I'm going to take them out, put those ones on the top, and I've only got only got a few more here to do, so actually that's too small. I need the parchment paper. I decide to bake at night. Oh, the things I do. The things I do. I was watching some of the old videos that I made last year or 2 years ago, and I don't even recognize myself. I don't even look like the same person. I look completely different. I'm 75 pounds lighter. My hair is white. My face is, I don't know, different. It's different. Now, I don't know if it's thinner. I wouldn't necessarily say it's thinner, but I'm completely different. I don't like the same. I'm not even like the same person. I don't even wear the same type of clothes. Like I don't. I wear. Occasionally, I wear normal clothes, but most of the time, I wear bohemian. So this is one of the outfits that I have, and it's those, those harem pants, and just with a little tank top. That's it. So, and I've got lots and lots of different types of outfits that are bohemian that I can't wait till the spring and the summer in order to wear them. But I am going to be going to the gym. I did buy, I did purchase a membership, it's a daily membership. So I will be going daily. I think it's $17 a day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go swimming for one of those days and lift weights for the other. Now my hair is white, and so yeah, it's probably going to turn purple, but I'm going to try to get the shampoo. I still have some of the shampoo left that washes the purple out, and if not, I'll use dish soap. Not very often, but I'm going to go twice a month. That's all I can afford. So one session a day, or one session every 2 weeks. So one session every 2 weeks. The first one will be I'll do laps in the pool to get the overall stretch, and the second one will be to lift weights to kind of tone up and strengthen. So okay, so here we go. Second batch ready to go in. And it does not take long. It does not take long. And then you just pull them up like that. And look, they're the cutest little thing. Look at that. Look at that. And when they harden, they're crispy. And so you would put a little dollop of salsa in. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to mix in a bowl salsa, cottage cheese, onions, salsa, cottage cheese, and onions, and some bok choy. Shred it because I love it. And we'll mix it all up, and then I'm just going to take a tablespoon of it and put it in this little cup, and maybe 2 or 3 of them will be like a snack for me. So, I'm going to make a jar of the dip, and I'm going to put it in the fridge, keep it in the fridge, and keep these in my little cracker container. And three will be my snack in the evening before I have to eat before 6 o'clock. So from 2 to 6 is my window of eating. And so as long as I have them within that time frame, I'm okay. So, and these are they taste so good. They taste so good. You have no idea. And they kind of fit into each other. And once they cool down, they're very crispy, so it's gonna be a treat. It's going to be a treat. Salsa, cottage cheese, bok choy, a little bit of onions, shredded up onions, maybe even some garlic, a little bit of chopped up cloves. And then to top it all off, I'm going to put a tiny little dollop of sour cream on the top, because sour cream is a probiotic, right? So look at all the nutrients I'm getting in my snack. Instead of going and buying a bag of chips or a chocolate bar, this is going to be my snack, and I can't wait to try it. But I ran out of salsa, I ran out of cottage cheese, and so tomorrow, Monday morning, I'm going to head over there and I'm going to get myself some of the ingredients that I need to make that. And I'm going to keep a jar of it in the fridge. I'm probably going to make, it'll be a smaller jar. I'll probably use a smaller jar. I don't know, I have one. Yeah, I do have one. So I'll probably use this. So I'll fill this up with my dip and keep it in the fridge. I can't wait. I can't wait to try this. It's going to be so good. Like, you can be so creative with your cooking. You can be just so creative with it. You don't have to stick to one particular way of cooking, and you don't have to run to the store and buy all the ingredients. I know exactly what goes in these. Exactly. And there is nothing that is a trans fat, nothing that is a chemical. I know exactly what I put into it. Just like when I make my applesauce, I don't use sugar at all. I use apples. That's it. Apples and nothing else. And the apple juice is actually the water that has boiled off the apples before I mash them to make my applesauce. And I'm telling you, it's really, really good. Apples and cinnamon, that's it, that's all. And here, gluten-free flour, baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a cup of water, a 1/3 cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and then whatever spices you want. You could do anything. You could do cinnamon. You could do onions. You can put onion flakes in it, the dehydrated onions. You can put garlic. You can put powdered garlic. You can make whatever type of crackers you want. I make chili crackers because I love them. And so when I make my big pot of soup, well, I made a big pot. It's all gone. Yeah. I ate it within, I think, 3 or 4 days, a big pot. Like, it's crazy. But it helps me maintain my health, my weight. And I've had more energy now than I ever did. There are some times lately where we've had the storms, and the storms kind of make my blood pressure fluctuate. So I have to be very, very careful with that. And I've been watching it. But once I start to exercise, I know, or once I've been able to start walking again, my 8 kilometers, then I know that I'm going to maintain that fitness level, and I'm going to see my waistline's kind of getting a little thick. And it's not weight gain, because I'm exactly 130 pounds. And tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I will be 3 pounds lighter all the time. So I've got that window. But it's not weight. It's just my posture. My posture. My toning, my body is not toned like it used to be, because I walked every day, and I walked. I had my arms swinging, and I walked 8 kilometers. Yeah, so I can't wait to get back to it. Now, I'm enjoying the winter weather. I loved Christmas. I enjoyed the other night. I had a big blizzard, and I had my curtains open almost till like 1 o'clock in the morning, watching the snow come down. It was stunning. It was like a whiteout, but it was stunning. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I've got these ones are done, and I'm going to put them in here nice and gently, gingerly in here. Aren't they the cutest little things? They're like little tulips. And it doesn't take them long to cook, and it doesn't take them long to cool down. So, I mean, look aren't they the cutest little things? Yeah. And they're so healthy because I use oregano, and oregano is amazing for chelation, which gets the heavy metals out of your body. And I'm also focused on that. Makeup, the powders especially, have got aluminum-based products in it and things like that. Now, I'm not saying all of them do. I'm not downplaying anything that you're doing. This is my journey. I am allergic to the chemicals or the powders in the blush and the eyeshadow and even the mascaras and things like that. So I have to be very, very careful. Now think about this, right? When I had my stroke, I lost all my eyebrows, the outer collagen of my eyebrows, and I did not color this one, this here on this side, because I wanted to show you, but I did outline it. So it looks darker, but you can see where the hair has started to come back here. Yeah. So that's exciting. That's exciting. And sometimes I go a little bit overboard and I do it a little bit too dark, but there's like no powder on that. There's no powder on that at all. It's a little tiny brush that you can get from the dollar store, and I just put a tiny little bit of my charcoal-based mascara on it, and that's what I use. What I should be doing is getting a brown one, and I had one, but it's all gone. So anyway, so this is what I'm doing tonight, and tomorrow I'll show you how I'm going to fill them. These little pieces of parchment paper can be used again and again until such a time as they start to get like a brown on them, and I'm careful. Now, I'm going to tell you a little trick. Parchment paper at the Loblaws where I shop and at a lot of the other stores is $13, okay? I want to show you something. So I went to the dollar store and I got some parchment paper. I almost feel guilty telling you this because what's going to happen is everybody's going to go out and buy a whole pile of it and then I might be stuck. But I bought 2 of them. They're $1.75. So I saved myself, what, $12? Can you believe that? Well, $13 because tax, right? So isn't that cool? Yeah. Yep. Anyway. That's what I'm doing tonight, and tomorrow I'm going to add on to this, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to fill them with, and I can't wait. I can't wait for snack time tomorrow evening. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.